back to some more Sercacraft. It is I, Xilestar, and today we're going to be continuing with where we left off, which is pretty much to go and end up rebuilding that villager house. But of course, we're going to be rebuilding it for our sort of need. So first things first, a few things have changed since the last time since the last session. One is that I need to make sure it's actually night or daytime so we can actually enjoy ourselves, pretty much. It just turned night, okay. Hooray for that. So, a couple things have happened. One is that I journeyed to the end, or not the end, the nether. I did a few changes. I kind of wish there was a way to check the time of day in the nether, or at least for the overworld, but it's fine. First things first is that I ended up changing this area over here with stairs, of course. Actually, you know what? I should probably pull this up real quick because it should help me out a little bit in the future. The session. There we go. Okay. Then over here, this hasn't changed. If there's a way to speed this kind of up, I would love to do it. But the only way that I think of doing that is that we need like blue ice, and we don't really have an ice biome close by, I think. Or a biome with like ice kind of thing that we can end up picking up. Unless we use our silk touch pickaxe, so yeah. But here's pretty much where I wanted to show off. So I pretty much changed this. Yeah, I made this netherrack sort of like tower here, and it's pretty safe. So now I don't have to worry about like almost falling to my death when I'm over here, and we can still get to the area where we would normally drop off from. And over here we have staircases that lead all the way over here. This is now now 3 blocks instead of 1, and we also have a staircase leading all the way up here, and going all the way over there. I also added some kind of guard. Oh no, not guard. Well, yeah, kind of guards specifically so that like you can hit magma cubes, but they can't kind of get you. And I kind of kept this area open so just in case you need to get out here, kind of thing, and go like, oh, I need this black stone over here, and then just go back onto the path. I think there's one more, maybe, area that needed a guard. Nothing really too bad, I think. Yeah, this area needed a guard, so I ended up making one over here. And then past here, there's some more cobblestone stairs. I went really crazy with cobblestone. Yeah, so the reason why I have a stone pickaxe rather than using my diamond ones is because I'm trying to keep my diamond ones with as much what do you call it, with as much durability. Sorry. Oh, that's right, yeah, when I did that thing, yeah, okay, yeah. So now you have stairs leading all the way up. Okay, that looked like a wither skeleton for a second. So yeah, so that's pretty much all of that. That's pretty much it for the nether, for the most part, except for one thing that's close to the portal, which I'll show off. I think this is going to be pretty interesting. So I did a little bit of research on ancient debris, because, you know, ancient debris. What I'm going to do off screen, because it seems like it's going to be much more towards, like, not the future of the channel, but more so towards the future of the sessions kind of thing, is that I'm going to go and farm ancient debris, or not farm it, but I'm going to go and farm an area specifically for it off screen so that we can do a lot of damage with it as much as possible off camera, so it's not like we go in through a cave, TNT, set it off, run away, and then wait for it to explode and then leave kind of thing. I'm going to do all of that stuff off screen, but if I find any ancient debris now, because when I was digging it I found some ancient debris that were in my way, I'm going to go and mine them on screen so you can see that that it's actually working. So I looked online for some YouTube videos from, well, they're all from 1.16 and not from 1.17, of the best Y levels specifically to go and end up finding ancient debris. Now I also looked at several, not really survival worlds because I was in Spectator, but like just several other worlds to see if that was actually true. And for the most part, it is. Yeah, I keep seeing a pig man like over here sometimes. Yeah, there's one now, but he's gonna get booted off real quick. So if you go over here, I tried to torch it up, but I might have missed the spot where I should torch up. So this actually leads you all the way down to the Y level of 12. So as long as you're around here, you're mostly underneath all of the lava licks. You might get like sort of that one sort of block where you'll end up being hit by it kind of thing. And it's easier just to plug up, just grab netherrack and just do it. Since I have so much netherrack, it's not really that big of a deal. So I'm going to go through with the TNT, and I'm going to start like inching in that corner kind of thing and just killing it. Yeah, I was AFK in the world. Literally, I trapped myself in a little thing over here. And the actual mob grinder is actually working. It's just that it's very inefficient because there's so many caves close by. And not only that, it's competing with like every other location that's close to here. There's something I wanted to also show off down here as well, because I need to pick it up anyway. So down here, I continue to mine a little bit, specifically for iron, because I needed a lot more iron, specifically for me demolishing the village. Then I decided to just go and stick with cobblestone pickaxes and axes. But I still got a bunch of iron, but up onto the surface, I also got a bunch of sand from that island from when I was just demolishing it with shovels. And of course, while we're AFK over there, the farm grew because it needs player interaction, or at least a player close by for it to work. So we have this going for us. Don't worry, we're going to replace the farm specifically with just potatoes. I'll probably still place a few like wheat here and there kind of thing, just to kind of like make it so that we can breed animals, but pretty much yeah. So we have a ton of glass for bottles. And I had a very fun time trying to demolish every villager house. And I also did something else as well. So as unfortunate as it is, our village only has one villager. Yeah, I thought I kept 3 safe. Apparently one of them left. I don't know how. Oh yeah, so something else that I wanted to mention beforehand. Yeah, so these are probably... Oh, it is doing something. Oh, well, it didn't do anything now. Maybe the water is just flowing. Maybe it's flowing water. I don't know. So yeah, this happened. So I was doing a little bit of testing, technically off camera, but not really. So I wanted to test if you can actually grow this stuff as a, okay, I want to see if you can just do this and it just breaks them all down. Looks like it does. Yeah, so I wanted to test this to see if it'll actually end up working towards my, like, sort of advantage. And it sort of did. So we don't need these bottom ones at all. But I think it takes longer, pretty much, probably, if they're not here. But I decided to just go and do that anyway. I also made it so, though, I would have the cobblestone generator here. So while these are sort of, like, waiting to grow kind of thing, I could go and get more cobblestone if need be. So I don't have to start mining caves and making these random winding paths. I also got rid of the bridge here and put dripstone there because, I don't know, I got really crazy with that. I got really crazy with the fact that I can now farm them pretty much, which I'm very happy for. It's a farm, to me, that's sort of very interesting to even end up making. I've also missed a few sugarcane collections kind of thing, because, again, AFK. So, yeah. So, I noticed a few things around here as well. One is the fact that, like, the villager is now inside of here, and the lectern has moved. The problem was that, like, I needed to move the lectern for chests, and then I moved it again. So now it's not there anymore. So, yeah. So, oh, another thing is that I've made this sort of portal thing here. Because I still want to have the roof kind of outside. Does this actually interfere with anything? It does. It really does. I was kind of hoping that it didn't. But it's fine. It's not really that big of a deal. Oh, no, wait. No. I'm mistaken, because I'm looking at it like this, not like this. Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's definitely fine. Okay, so one problem that we're going to have is the fact that... Do I have a shovel on me? No, I don't. I have a whole bunch of stuff now, so it's not really that big of a deal. Oh, I already have cobblestone in hand. Well, okay then. I got rid of all my shovels when I was mining all that sand. So we have a huge problem. For one thing, that staircase that we have is literally right here. So either I'm going to change this slightly, which I can do. It's not really that big of a problem. But I kind of liked this whole entire idea, though. Maybe I can do something different with it. I don't know. So let's start off with a few of the building. So we're going to start by building up the back area specifically. So we're going to need stairs, wood, and I think that's going to be it for now. Okay, so let's see. So this needs to move... so this is right here, right? So this would need to move 3 blocks. So that's... So this one would be 1, 2, 3. So this would be right here then. Oh, how's that gonna work? Because this... The roof needs to go there. Wait, is that right? Because the door hasn't moved. Yeah, because if I want these two to be the door... They would have to move 3 then, right? Because then this would be moved over to... Yeah, because then this... Do I have a block I can use as an indicator? Like, or is that direction? Yeah, because I need to move this by 3. Wait. Or that by 2. So if I move... Because this is the first one, so I need it to be moved by 1, 2... No, I got my numbers wrong. Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay, I got my numbers wrong. I was like, no, I did the calculations beforehand. Like, how did I get it wrong? No, so this pillar's right here then. And then it's... Okay, I do have cobblestone on hand. Okay, I don't need these wheat seeds in my inventory. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's wood again. Actually, if this needs to be here, then technically we can keep the stair design. Yes, thank you. Okay. Thank you. Because I actually like the design. It actually looks kind of nice. I like it. Okay, so let's go build up the back area real quick, just so though it's easier to sort of build up. So it's 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So another 1. I'm gonna grab dirt real quick. You're just not gonna see this area, so that's kind of why I want to block it off. Okay, so let's see here. So we need the stairs now. Wait. No, I didn't need to do that. Oh, man. Okay. Shovel it again. My bad. Let's see here. So it's like this then? There we go. Okay. Now we just need to build up from there. So it's like, come on, get up. There we go. Like that. Which would be this one right here. Then we go like this. Why do I hear zombie? Where are you, buddy? Oh yeah, I also found a drowned over here, which was kind of odd. But whatever, it's fine. We got that one. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. So we need to go one more then. Okay. And then we do this, and then we do that. There we go. Okay, so that's that. And now we need to do the opposite area. Okay. Let's see here. So it's got to be... Is it... Oh, wait. Is it against? It's against, okay. So it's like this then. There we go. It's like that. Yeah, I'm going all the way around. Okay, do this. And do that. Then do this. Oops. And do that, and then do this. And that should be fine, right? Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Actually, did I close the door? I noticed that when I didn't close the door and there was a villager there, they just bypass all programming and just go straight for the kill. There we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you'll probably notice though that has actually been going up in terms of loot, but in fact my level has been going down. Yeah, there's actually a good reason for that. Here you go. I've been trying to keep on track of that. I almost died in another twice, but I was able to sort of get myself out of that situation. I also upgraded this to a large chest now because of this little guy right here. And we also have more ancient debris, which means we'll be able to craft our first netherite ingot. Is there anything else I need to smelt kind of thing? Or that I can use to smelt, so I don't have to waste a lava bucket too much? I mean, I could start chucking in these. But I think I'll just stick with the ancient debris for now. Oh, no, wait, what? Which one is it? Oh, it's the bottom one. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yay. So, also, his shop got reset, and I wonder if he kept it. Okay, so with this, it's 4 of each, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that, and then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. There we go. So we have a netherite ingot. So we need another total of... Give me a second, I'm going to go load up a calculator because I do not want to. Okay, so we need a total number of... Oops, did not click enter. So we need 45 netherite ingots. And not only that, we also need to get the ancient debris for it, which means we need to collect 4 times that total. Which means we need to have at least collected 180 netherite scraps. Hooray for that. Actually, I'm going to go drop these wheat seeds off in here. I'm just going to toss like as much as anything I can in any other chest. For that matter, I got to go and build a storage room. Yeah, this is another one that I've just been storing stuff in here. Actually, where did I put those TNT blocks first of all? Where are they? Oh, they're there, okay. I'm going to go and put a chest down into the cavern area while we are waiting for it to become day. Clock. Yeah, it's still nighttime. Okay, so I'll just go all the way down real quick. Make a small chest, maybe. I was kind of hoping I might have already had one. So I didn't have to waste materials, but it's fine. Actually, I have a bunch of flint. Because I used gravel to build these stalactites pretty much in the bottom area. And for some reason I had used like 6 gravel and I got like 3 flint or something like that, which was kind of funny. It was like 3 or 4 gravel, or not 3 or 4. It was like 6 or like 6 to 8 kind of thing for the gravel. And I got a decent chunk of this and I went, oh, okay, I'm just going to leave with it. I went down with the other stalactites and I went down and went, oh man, I messed up. I didn't bring a building block, so I went and grabbed gravel and I'm like, yeah, gravel's fine for now. Oh, I need a crafting table. Yeah. We'll mine this block out for the crafting table. There you go. I'll just have to bring iron when I'm on my way down here. Now that I think we're good with glass, we should be fine. Actually, I'll show it off. So my real question is this. Okay, so the clock is doing fine. Okay, so if we want to sort of get all of our experience back, you have to chuck all these in here, which is almost instantaneous. Do this, and we get all of our XP back, and then we do this. Okay, so we are level 30. Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. So I still want a diamond pick, but I need... Yeah, I found more diamonds in that strip mine still. I kind of want to continue trying to find as many as I can. Let's enchant a book. Let's see what the book gives. Oh, I need lapis, that's right. Efficiency 4 and just efficiency 4. Yay. Not really worth it. Oh, you can't just hold it down either. You actually have to tap it. Oops. There you go. Okay. So that is sort of going to be helpful for us. I'm going to throw the glass in here for now. Throw the glass bottles there. No. Okay. So we have an efficiency 4 book, which is kind of okay. We don't really have anything we can use it on right now. Because I think everything that I have, yeah, already has efficiency 4. Oh, some skeletons. Oops. There we go. And now just lean that XP over here, please. Thank you. That might be worth a bottle, but that's fine. Yeah, okay. Aw, you're joking. Okay, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? We're going to do a little bit of cheating, because the server has been doing this weird thing lately where it's been trying to pretty much give us a whole bunch of weather for no reason. So the whole reason why I went AFK is so though the weather would like actually update itself properly like it's supposed to. Because I don't think it's supposed to rain every single Minecraft day like it's been doing. So that's why I'm just having the server sort of just been doing the weathering clearing. Okay, I guess that mop grinder is still doing its thing. Is it slow? Yes. Is it inefficient? Absolutely. Is it easy to build? You betcha. It is pretty easy to build. Okay, so this is here, and this is here. We need the wood here and here. And cobblestone above here. All the way up. Okay, so as far as you can go up, pretty much. It's cobblestone. Perfect. So that's one wall done. Okay, can I grab the dirt, please? Thank you. I'm gonna go and cover this up as much as possible. I'm gonna do the same with this one right here. Go like that. Okay. So we've chopped all of that down. So let's go grab more cobblestone. I already have it in my hopper. I didn't need to do anything. Okay. So we'll go 3 there. And this needs to go 1 more. And now we need to start chopping down the house. Specifically just so... Okay, so I'm going to do this now. I'm tired of going around. So we're going to go across here. I'm trying to make a close exact replica of the house. I'm just going to start changing a little bit of details here and there later on. The reason why is because we're going to incorporate this house over here into the build. I just don't know how I'm going to have it facing just yet. Also, yeah, you could tell by the village that is actually completely and utterly destroyed. There is like nothing here anymore. There's no village, no nothing. But we're going to need to try and find another village so I can actually get villagers back into here. Okay, so let's go onto the roof and let's start demolishing. I'm pretty sure I could probably keep on track with what's going on here. If not, I can go on a different world and just grab, like, not a schematic, but I can grab like a couple pictures of what this base actually will need, specifically to be exactly identical to it. Okay, so let's see here. So that's the first layer. So we've already copied that completely. The second layer is this one right here, which we've already copied. And this is the third layer. So this is the one that we're currently working on. And that's on the wood wall? Yes, that's on the wooden wall. Okay, so that's at the 3. So I'm going to say 4 for now. Just to kind of keep it close to it. So that's this one completed. So let's go and chop it up. I kind of don't want to get rid of you because you updated to have mending, which is kind of awesome. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go, and since I have more wood than anything, I'm going to go and do what I did to get you even over here in the first place. Okay. No. Get in the boat. In the boat. There we go. Okay. Give me a second. Weather clear. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Should be fine for now. Yeah, so I built pretty much a really long wooden bridge specifically from the house over there and all the way over here. I got rid of these stairs just in case it counted as like a block that's down here, because while I was doing that, I got the boat from here and it got stuck on the grass block, and I kind of couldn't go over, and I'm like, what, really? The boat can't go up such like a 16th or whatever kind of tile size. So I kind of had to like shimmy my way over to get towards that sort of like, to go from the grass block that's up here to kind of land on the grass here, to kind of land on this grass path block, so it could go on the grass block here and then go back on and then go onto the bridge that I made specifically just to go over here, which was literally just a right angle trial going straight here then turn. Because I didn't know if the boat could have like decent steering while it was on land. Actually, I'm gonna put my wall here so that you're safe at the very least, while I'm gonna be in danger, which is fine because I'm used to the danger. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it to get rid of the windows for the back. So we're copying everything for the most part, minus the windows to the back, because that's how we're gonna get into the base now. Rather than just us like going through the base through this sand wall, we now get to go through doors finally. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do, is so that now we don't have to keep replacing the sand wall each and every time we want to go to the house. We just need to... Oops, I was supposed to sprint that. Okay. Alright, and now we're going to sprint jump our way over here. So that's 3 blocks. So yeah, so we should be getting rid of this one. Actually, no, so we're on this wall face. Yeah, so we're on this wall face, pretty much. So I'm going to leave the chests and the lectern where they are for now. So that one's like that. And then the rest of them are just like normal. Okay. I hope you just need a pickaxe to get that back. If not, that's another 3 copper that we're using up. Which isn't really too big of a deal. We have like a bunch of copper that I haven't been using because I don't really think I need to use it right now. I don't need the sand. I need this. So this is like that then, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes, then there should be a 4 gap. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think I'm missing something here. Because if we're starting to build this, then that means that this is here, this is here, this is here, this is all that. These are exact mirrors of that. This one's full cobble, and then this one's like that. And then, but this was the start of this. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, if there's any issues, I could just edit it later on. And by edit it, I mean like I can actually just go in through, maybe I'm going 1 block more out. And that might be why I'm getting thrown off. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going on here. Because let's see, because both of these should be identical. Yeah, so that's 2. Yeah, I think that's what's wrong. I think I'm just adding an extra block specifically because I think I got confused of when to actually place stuff. So let's go. Let me set this real quick. This place should be torched up pretty well, but I'm gonna go start torching it up a little bit better. The only thing is phantoms, but I think I can probably avoid them as much as possible. Okay, yeah, so this... I know I don't really need to break these, but I kind of just want to get rid of the stone pickaxe as well, so... Sort of kills 2 birds with 1 stone for me. I do not want to keep stone tools if I don't need to. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So this wall face is supposed to be this one, and I think that's where I got confused from. Okay. So that's this entire wall. See, that looks more like it. See, this looks right now. Game. There you go. I got Phantom Membrane. Awesome. Yeah. So I think we're doing pretty well for the build right now. I'm doing it... I'm kind of trying to do it slow, but I keep trying to speed it up, which is I think is what's throwing me off. Is that like I'm trying to speed run to finish the whole like house kind of thing, just so we actually have like our sort of cover house pretty much. But it's throwing me off. So you know what? I was going to the house here. Okay, I can pick this without actually injuring you, right? What? Oh, you changed your profession because you were closer to it. Oh, you big giant jerk. Okay, whatever. Yeah, this is also attracting all the mobs to spawn in that giant chamber up there. There you go. Yeah, because this is another reason why I want to make a better farm. So what my current goal is I'm going to move you, and now I can move that stupid lectern as well. I can't jump that? Oh, it's because of the stairs, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go and move this to turn around, so hopefully I can pop out over here. Thank you. Since I can remove the lectern and it doesn't remove your trade anymore. Thanks a lot, game. Anyway. Oh. No! Oh ho ho. That was close. Yeah, so they spawn because on hard difficulty, there's an increased chance for zombies that come from here to sort of generate sort of the zombie reinforcements kind of thing. And I kind of want to keep on trying to do it this way, or no. I kind of don't really like them that much. Yeah, and this whole sand door trick, I kind of did it during 1.16 for I think when I did my dimensional quarry. I think is how I did it, because I tried gravel first, but then one of them turned into flint, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, give me a second, and I kind of just shifted over to sand real quick. Okay, when it turns the day, I'm gonna change the weather again. It wouldn't be this big of a whole, like, it wouldn't be that big of a deal if it were the fact that it's been raining constantly. Like, I've had my account logged in for about when did I stop? We'll say 1 o'clock. We'll say 1 o'clock. So that's about 12, 17 hours. So for 17 hours, my character's been in here patiently waiting for, like, you know, the rain to kind of reset itself back into its normal sort of, you know, I think it's like 1,200, 2,000 ticks, I think. And I get this nonsense. Was it because I kept clearing the weather? Maybe. But then again, that should reset it. I remember because when I was when I was demolishing the houses, it rained 4 times in one Minecraft day. And I had to keep resetting it constantly. And it's not like it's even a thunderstorm where you can actually sleep in the bed or anything. No. Also, when it's nighttime, or when it's night, if you sleep in the bed, it doesn't reset the rain. So that's kind of stupid. That's kind of weird. I wish it would kind of reset the rain. I don't care about the day thing. That's kind of what this whole entire portion is. I kind of want to know if you can make a command block that acts like sleep. So, like, when you click F3 kind of thing, it doesn't reset. Where's the day thing? So yeah, so it kind of doesn't reset the whole day thing over here. So you keep the day number, but it continues going up as time goes on, kind of thing. But you have like a command sign or even a command block that changes it so it's daytime, as if somebody slept in a bed, which I think is kind of cool. I want to see if there's a way to do it. Yeah, that mending book would have helped, you jerk. Oh, now it's thunderstorming. Okay. Yeah, that lightning rod will definitely help out a lot. think it's about time that if I do slash weather clear, it should be close to daytime. So let's do that now. Oh, come on. Should be done by now. I've been trying to keep on top of the sugarcane as well, but I'm getting towards that point where, like, I almost need to be automatically collecting. So we're going to try and do something similar to that, but I want to try and use hoppers in order to collect it all. So there's a few problems with this, but I think it's doable. It's just not towards the way that I want it. I'll probably look online for a design, and then we'll kind of just slowly build it as time goes on, because that's going to help us out a lot in the long run, pretty much. Okay, come on. Come on, turn day already. Okay, I'm gonna be right back in a quick second. Alright, there we go. Somebody was honking their horn, so I decided to just pretty much yell at them. No, I'm kidding. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so this is where the chests are going, so I kind of don't want to empty them because I do not have enough room for it. I'm going to go place the smoker thing over here for now. Okay, so let's see here. So we can now demolish all of this. I need these torches so I can keep on selling it to myself that this will work. I don't need to do anything with these chests because these chests are actually outside of the building, which means that they won't affect too much. I don't think. Yeah, they won't affect anything. Yeah, because this block right here is right up against it, and then you sort of curve in here. So I think it should be fine. So let's go and break this block because that's that one. Yeah, it's kind of weird that I have diamond tools, but yet I'm keep trying to resort back into stone tools for the most part. I know I just made another one, but it doesn't really matter. As long as I keep trying to preserve my diamond pickaxes as much as possible until I get mending, I kind of need to sort of resort to these kinds of things, where I use stone, or if we had a lot of iron, I'd resort to iron. But I do not have the luxury of having a ton of iron on hand like I would normally have in Minecraft, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so we need the cobble, so we need to go by 2. Then we need the glass panes real quick. Shouldn't need that too much. Well, that offhand offhand, why not? Glass panes, okay, so we need glass pane here for now. We'll do this, we'll do glass pane, and then we'll do this again. No, I already did that, okay. I'll probably change the logs to something else, but for right now it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. We'll go, oops. A little bit too close, okay. And then one more after, or 2 more, sorry. 2 more after this, and then that's it. Okay. Okay. Then this has to be cobble here. And then we go back to wood over here. And we turn off weather again. Because why not? And then we need to go up again. But at the very least, I could get one side done, definitely. Yeah, because the whole idea was to kind of get all of the was to kind of get that villager building that's over there and kind of incorporate it to the side over here so we can demolish this mountain thing over here and just sort of kind of make our sort of villager trader building right here, so that when you try to so when you need to interact with the villagers, you go to like this window or something like that, and then you just talk to them and go, oh yes, I would like that mending book please, and then you trade it with them. That's pretty much how that was supposed to go. Actually, I should probably go back up and finish that one side completely, because that'll make things extremely easier. So that's this side done. Okay. Perfect. So that means I can quite literally, I don't care about the windows anymore. I can quite literally just destroy this entire wall and we should be fine. So we will have a floating chest for now, but that's because like I quite literally do not have the inventory specifically for all of these storages. So we need to go all the way up until here, because that's where we went, right? Yeah. And then the front area too, but the front area is going to interfere with the roof here, so that's why I'm trying not to completely build it, kind of thing. Like, I'm not trying to completely build the roof right now. Oops. I'm trying to just, right now, just build up what we have right now. Sure, I'll just punch it. Actually, what am I doing? I can just do it here. Yeah. I forgot these are crafting tables up on the ceiling. Yeah, it's an old thing that I kind of liked about building back in the old days, when that used to be like sort of the norm kind of thing. Like, you'd always want to kind of like incorporate as much kind of details as much into your builds kind of thing. And I always liked the fact that you can throw in a crafting table inside of your roof kind of, or your ceiling kind of thing, and it sort of gave the like the ceiling sort of some kind of functionality, which was kind of cool. So even though we are copying a villager building, I'm kind of trying to, well, try to merge two together. The only issue that I see from this going on, or this going forward, is the fact that I have to kind of figure out where the cutoff point for it is. There we go. Because, okay, so what I mean by that is that, like, I kind of have to figure out, because this thing has a little balcony area, like, right here, do I include that or do I remove it, kind of thing? Like, that's where I'm sort of like thinking right now is, do I want to keep that built, like, do I want to keep that or do I want to remove it? Now, why is this wrong? This is supposed to be like this. That was weird. Anyway. Okay, so let's see here. So we need to get rid of all the ones on this side for the most part. I think I could be able to get them all. Okay. So everything in the front area is in fact cobblestone. And it's one in. Yeah, it's one in, and then it's the doors. Okay. Okay. And this side, so this is the wall, so that needs to go like this. Can you stop going to OBS? I don't care about OBS right now. I care about my other, I care about Cube right now. Cube has the server. Cube is the one that I need to connect to, not OBS. It's like the program just wants me to know, like, yeah, we're still recording. It's like, yeah, great. Great, buddy. Thank you. Okay, so they did a funky furnace-like design over here, which is fine. I should probably just end up moving everything as much as possible. I should have stone stairs somewhere. Yeah, there they are. Okay. So first of all, it's cobblestone first, which I do not have a giant collection of in my inventory. Let's move about half of these in here for now, just so I can do it. So it's this, and this. Then it's like this above here, and then you demolish this. I mean, I might change this so it's not actually in the build, but right now I kind of want to copy this block by block just for now. And it is like that, so it's like that then. Okay, so there we go. So now I can get rid of this right now. Okay. And now brick here. It's probably our first brick. Wow, I feel so accomplished. I found a brick. Let's see here. So this is the door frame. So let's try and see if we can close it up real quick. Okay, so pillar right here, right? Yeah, pillar right there. Can I sort of, like, kind of, there we go. Perfect. Okay, there we go. And now we need to do the door strat again. So we need to do it like that, and then we need to do this like that. Then we need to do the door strat again, like so, and then we close. What? That doesn't make any sense. Why is it on the opposite end? Should it be like, shouldn't it be like, I don't really like that. Why is it different this time than it was before? Was I somehow like able to shimmy it like that kind of thing? No. No, that's not what I want. Or I have to go outside and do it. There we go, I have to go outside and do it. I don't remember going outside and doing it though. That's kind of weird. Anyway, let's just go finish this part off. Should make things much easier. I don't see any phantoms. And nothing should technically spawn, so we should be okay. I'm not really too scared of creepers. We kind of turned them into weaklings. Wait a minute. That doesn't look right. No, it's supposed to be one more. No. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Because this is like this. Wait a minute. Huh? Okay, wait. Hang on a second. Hang on just a second here. Okay, I'm gonna log out real quick, and I'm gonna go find a village with this same exact house design, and I'm gonna figure out what is going on. I'm gonna be right back. Alright. So, I'm back. Okay, so things have spawned in here, okay. That's why I'm hearing things in here, okay. Yeah, I think this one is if you're not too keen on I don't want to say keen, but if you're not like too like severely focused on getting experience, you just want to get the chance of getting experience. Okay. And be sort of like safe within like 4 walls pretty much. Okay, so I looked at a different world. I created a survival world for the sole purpose of actually seeing exactly what is wrong with this build. And oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay. Okay, that's why I see something wrong. Okay, so I went on that world, and I clearly went and looked at a house that looked exactly like this. It took me like literally 2 seconds to find it, so I went, okay, so it's fine. I can easily look at it. That was kind of cool. And I saw this, and I went, wait a minute. So I built it correctly. So why is this wall different? Now that I'm clearly seeing it, I know exactly what is wrong. Can you see what's wrong? This is in the wrong area. That is what is wrong. This is supposed to be here. Okay, I thought something was coming after me. I was like, really? Dude, come on, I'm building right now. More so copying, but still building, nonetheless. Okay, and now can I, like, somehow shimmy my way back up there? I have a sand block I can kind of use, but that's fine. Okay, and now we do this. And there we go. Okay. Okay, so that's the interior. Okay, so now the bottom block, I think, has to be brick, right? Yeah, the brick. Okay, so the block, if I can jump up in there, thank you. So the block right here has to be the brick. And then you put, like, the blast furnace thing here. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab the stairs. Just because we don't really need it here anymore. I'm gonna go place them right here. Because I need them more here than anything else. Okay, we need the furnace. Which I did put coal in. So the furnace has to go here. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out if that's actually correct. I'm trying not to make another mistake like that, because that kind of, like... That kind of confused me of how it wasn't working, and I was like, what? I thought I copied it, like, block by block kind of thing, so that doesn't make any sense of how I messed it up. No, that's not it. Oh, no! Okay, so I know why I... Okay, so I thought that was it, but it was actually this block right here. Okay. So there you go. And now we need to chop down this. So we need 3 of those slabs. We need to go 1, 2, 3. And then we need to go this again. Like that. Then we need to go with the stairs and cobblestone like so. I haven't heard of Phantom, which is so far good news for me. And it looks like it's turning daytime already, so that's awesome, because it's exactly what I'm looking for in terms of anything. Okay, so I need to... Nope. That's supposed to be there, and then it's supposed to be there. I'm trying not to remove the chests, and it's already getting harder because I'm trying to do that specifically. Okay, actually, maybe with that there, it might make it easier. Ah, perfect. Okay. And then you need to go from here. Come on. There we go. Okay. And now we need to go up here by how many blocks? 3? Yeah, 3. Then we need one of those stone fences, and then the lightning rod, of course. Okay, so just in case getting rid of the bottom block doesn't give us the lightning rod. No! Okay, mine. There we go. Yeah, after I finish this little fence post thing, we can then eat food. Then I'll change this so though it actually represents that it's tucked across, like it's tucked on the wall, pretty much. Okay, so now everything's mostly just fill in the gaps, pretty much. Okay. I'm glad we got that fixed, because literally I was like confused. I was going through the world and I was like, because while I was going through the world, I was like, oh man, what went wrong? What was actually wrong? Sorry, I was just checking to see if I was actually recording. Like I was literally just checking, like, oh man, like what could have gone wrong? And I'm like, maybe I made it one bigger than I should have, or maybe I went one smaller. But then I looked at this wall face and I went, no, that's right. And I went, wait, what? Now I'm confused. Hi, buddy. Yay. Yeah, creepers don't really blow up anything anymore. Which is kind of good, because at the very least it sort of helps on me trying not to do the nice thing and actually, you know, rebuild what they've destroyed. We do not... I think there are some things you can do to do that. There is such thing as a grass, or not grass, but like a dirt generator. But it takes like a lot of, I think, close to endgame materials for it, like a bunch of pistons and observers kind of thing, and I just do not have the time to go mine all that stuff again. Oh yeah, so you'll probably notice though that I got rid of all of my quartz. I gave it to my friend for us using the skeleton spawner. I also asked him if I can take the spawner to sort of improve this design specifically, just so that like I can end up like having more. He said, yeah, fine, whatever. He doesn't really care, and I went, oh, okay. Yeah, so his base is like somewhere over close to that skeleton spawner, but he's been kind of moving from place to place kind of thing with like as much as he could. As much as he can, sorry, not as much as he could. As much as he can. Okay, so what is this? I don't know what that is. Oh, wait, I think I know why. Because while I was trying to upgrade, I kept hitting the wall area over here. And I kind of went, oh my god, I don't want to kind of jeopardize the base in any way, shape, or form. Oh, whoops. This is not supposed to be cobblestone. This is meant to be wood. And there we go. We have pretty much, for the most part... Come on. There we go. Stupid jump mechanic. We have pretty much finished relocating the house. Yeah, this isn't supposed to be here. What a glorious time indeed. We finally finished it. And now for the finishing touches. We finish off the roof and done. There you go. So we have finally moved the house with amulet. With normal world. I'm joking. You saw it all on screen anyway. Alright, so now we need to build that building. I'm putting it on this face, and I am seriously going to end the weather changing specifically, because I am sick and tired of doing that. Okay, so I'm going to go and tuck away most of these chests somewhere. Now we can finally get rid of this. We don't need to keep doing this anymore. Hooray. Now, one thing that I do know is that I actually can you go upstairs? No. Okay. I kind of figured since you can't go up grass path blocks, you can't go up that. Okay, so let's see here. So let's go and... Oh, there's my other crafting table, yeah. I'll just make a bunch of large chests for now. And I'll store them outside for now. Okay, can I scooch past you? Thank you. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, okay. Where's a good place for this stuff? Probably over here. There we go. Okay. So now we can slowly just start dropping our inventory in here for now. Yeah, we'll just slowly start dropping our inventory in here, and then I'll slowly start rebuilding it back up. So this is pretty much like every sort of like resource that we got that we didn't already have. So like I got like a bunch of beds out of it, which was kind of nice. It also gave us a bunch of chests as well, which is kind of cool. And here's a bunch of the actual like building materials that they had, which was kind of weird. They have so much stairs, literally. They're just crazy like that. They also built an item frame because while I was sort of hiding out in the house, and I went, you know what, I should probably just go build an item frame and just go and end up putting the like the clock in there. But I went, you know what, nah, don't really need to. Okay, so first things first, do I want the balcony? I don't think so. Wait, how tall is this actually? Actually, I should go for this side because I'm more likely putting it on this side. Let's see here. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 right here. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's 7 blocks tall. Alright, there's something I want to talk about here too. Okay, so one thing's for sure is that this is going to change from 1 block. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 blocks tall. How far is the balcony from the ground then? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4. I know it has a floor like right underneath. Is it actually like foundation and all? It's not foundation and all. Okay. So by foundation, I mean like how this one has it so you have to go up 1 block kind of thing to get into the house kind of thing. So like this would be considered the foundation kind of thing, or this would be pretty much. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'd be chopping up this area. Yeah, no balcony. Okay. Or no, because we're heading dangerously towards the base itself if we go down. So here was what I was planning on doing, or what I just thought of, was that we make this the floor for this area over here. So like pretty much that balcony, you would turn here and you'd get to it. And then down below that would be where we would sort of trap all of the villagers. Now, there are 2 good things about this. One is that I don't really have to change the house all that much, and I just need to sort of just add the extension to here. But the one problem that will definitely stem from this is the fact that I have to dig underground And just to sort of show it off, I'm gonna use that resource pack real quick. I got an update of it. A friend gave it to me. My friend gave me the update to it, and I was like, okay. Let's see. Are we gonna hit the base at all? If we go below, yeah. See, we're gonna hit the base, and that's not really what I want. I don't want to hit the base. I kind of want to keep the base untouched as much as possible. Like, if I have to move, like, those chests kind of thing, don't get me wrong, I will move them. I just don't want to move them specifically just because, like, I have an underground idea kind of thing that I want these, like, sort of underground. Which is fine. I also kind of just sort of put my trees over here as well. I love this design. It looks actually kind of nice. I like it. Yeah. Oh, I'm missing a torch in here. Do we have any torches in here? Yes we do. We do have torches, okay. That looks way better, because now we can just go straight here. I'd probably make a piston door more than anything, but I think this is fine. Yeah, because there's one there. Did I just see raindrops? Okay, that is going to bother me. Is that normal? Wait, hang on. I have screenshots of this. Do I have... No, I don't have it loaded up. Okay, so let's go quickly to the screenshots. Is the interior exactly identical, though? Where's my screenshot folder? There it is. Oh, I have old Sercacraft stuff. Wait, is this old Sercacraft stuff? Yeah, this is old Sercacraft stuff. Okay, I can get rid of them now. Let's see here. House. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really take many good pictures of the interior, but I did take good pictures of the exterior, though. Yeah, okay, so for this one, the wall with the glass has 4 blocks, is 4 blocks tall. So the one with the glass is 4 blocks tall, yeah. So this is exactly how they had it. Weird that it's leaking, though. But don't get me wrong, I know how to fix that, but still, like, that's kind of weird, though, that it naturally has leaking as a mechanic inside. Let's see here. I have an extra torch. And I think I know why. Is there nothing in the exterior, though? Okay, we're gonna have to change that, because the exterior looks very bare with light. Okay. Yeah, so it looks very bare with light. Light's supposed to go there. That's where the torch was supposed to go. Yeah, so I'll have to change this design. Shouldn't really be too difficult anyway. I could definitely just change it right now. I do not have any of the building materials, though, and I do not want to go outside. Actually, I don't really care anymore. Let's go. Is that creeper? No, it's grass. Okay. Look like a creeper real quick. Okay. I grabbed the stairs. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to get rid of all these lights. All these torches. We're going to go, and I'm missing one. I'm missing one. Where did it go? Okay, there we go. We're going to go here, 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 and here. Then we're going to go down over here. We're going to go and pick this one up because we do not need it. We're going to go here. We're going to go like that and that. And we're going to do this for now. My bad. Don't need that one. Now it shouldn't leak because it counts as a block. Yeah, okay. There we go. So I have a question. How many... Does it give you more... Like, does any of them have slabs? Yes, it does. Okay. So we can make this even better. We can... I hope this part works. Okay. So this one I can definitely tell that it has that issue. Actually, I think this one should be like that. But I did have enough slabs for it. That's good. I think this looks actually really good. Just sort of have... Yeah, those ones are not going to be interactable. Have something like that kind of thing. Oops. Yeah, that looks nice, dude. Yeah, that looks awesome. Alright, let's see. Okay, so it's almost daytime. Awesome. Let's go find a village. We'll try and trap every villager inside of their houses if they have any. But first things first is that I'm going to try and steal all their stuff. Because I think we're going to need it as much as possible. I'm going to find out if we can actually reset stuff. If we can reset the rain, because I think what ended up happening is that because I leave the server on even when I'm not on, so that's why the days like 1875 kind of thing, like that's why that number is that high specifically, is because of that reason. Actually, wait. Okay, so I have another idea. This may or may not work, but it would be kind of interesting if I can get it to work. Okay, so here's my idea. So first off is that we know that this building doesn't have a foundation, but what if it did have a foundation? How tall would everything be? So let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 blocks tall. So that would be 1. So that'd be the foundation. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'd be up there. That is actually very doable. Okay, so we can do it that way. So the way that we're going to do it is that you can trade with the villagers through this glass, which is not going to be here anymore, but you can trade with them through here, or if you want to be actually like in sort of their like technical home, you can go outside, climb, well, not that mountain, but you could be able to climb up this mountain, go up and go through here, and then you'll be able to go through a door. Like, that's sort of the idea right now. Hi. Oh, I don't have my sword on me. Yeah, bye, buddy. There you go. I think that would be a wonderful idea, because then at the very least, we can have a house specific for that. Okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to grab the sword. We're going to grab, I think dirt should be pretty nice, okay? Should be pretty okay for now. Let's turn it back to day. Or not day, let's turn the weather to clear. And let's find out if we can actually journey to anywhere. We can, because it's daytime. Awesome. Okay. Hi, buddy. No baby chicken. Awesome. We're going to use dirt as the building block, or as the blocking block, and then let's see here. Okay, where haven't we explored for the most part? I don't think we've explored over here yet. I think we sort of did a little bit and then we kind of left it alone. So let's journey over here a little bit. See if we can find another village. I don't know what version it was. I think it was maybe 1.14 where it made villages much easier to kind of find. It's a weird stone block. Or maybe I was mining... Stop. Is that a village? No way. No way there's another village close by to this one. Okay, well there is. What? Okay, well, that happened. I didn't expect it to take this long. I thought it would take longer than that. Okay. Villagers in here? Oh, I thought that was a... Never mind. Cool, we got some stuff in here. Nice. Got a crafting table. Sweet. Nothing in here? Okay. Is there an iron golem in here? I don't want to kill it, but I kind of just want to make sure that I'm not doing anything around him that is going to cause him to like sort of attack me. Nothing in here. Okay. Interesting. I kind of want to force it to night specifically just so... Blast furnaces. Mine. I don't care. They're mine now. I need them. And this is pretty much what I did at the last final stages of 1.16. I went through a village. We're just not doing the other thing that I did. What's in here? You have a smithing table? You mean I didn't have to make it? Got an iron pick? Cool. Got a bonus iron pick. Nice. Hi. Is it? Okay. Hey, don't close the door on me. He's like, you stole my job. It's like, yeah, but you don't have to close the door on me. I at least need to keep at least some of these villagers alive. So I'm going to try and see if I can lure them. There's another one over there. He has armor stands. Yo, I want these. I want these. I want these armor stands. They're mine now. Oh, yes, and he has actually, like, really good armor. Oh, he's got a replacement helmet for me. Yes! Thank you, buddy. This is mine now. Actually, what do you trade for? Emeralds for the stuff that I just stole from you. No. Can you get this back? No. So you need silk touch. Okay. Interesting. Is there no bell in this village? I thought every village is guaranteed to have a bell, specifically just so though when a pillage happens, they can alert the others. Either that or I'm not in the area where it has it. Did I go in this house yet? Oh yeah, this is the blast furnace house, okay. Yeah, then here's the farmer for it, okay. Interesting. There's not a lot of other things here. Yeah, unfortunately you cannot lure villagers sort of like the other sort of mobs you can lure with what they breed with. So I can't really use, like, I think they breed with bread or wheat or something like that. No, stop that. Can you stop going to the wrong application? I am serious, computer. It keeps bringing me to OBS when that's not the last application I was open. Okay, so I looted that already. Okay, you're all done. Okay. Yeah, I don't see a bell anywhere. Weird. need you guys to kind of get out of there, please. You need more room or something? Okay, so at the highest house, I will put a workstation. Oh, there's the bell. That's why I can't find it. So they should all want to go inside their houses. There's, I think, 2 in there right now, right? Yeah, there's 2 in there, okay. Anybody in here? No. So literally I can destroy this house and nobody would care. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to pick that bell and place it somewhere else. Okay. Are you guys going to the same house? Of course not. Of course you're not going to the same house. Why do I even bother? Oh, you wanted to go in there? Sorry, buddy. There's a house right here. Yeah. Go into this house. Going into this house, buddy? That's cool. They're blocked in there now. And the farmer's in here, so let's go block him so he can't leave. Yeah, nobody's in there. Everybody in there is trapped. Okay, so this village looks to be pretty well good. I keep thinking that the villagers that were originally here went down further. But it doesn't look like. I think they all left that cave. So I'm just going to go briefly look around, try and figure out if there's actually any villagers. That's not where I want them. And kind of boot them into a house. And then we just kind of leave. Okay, that one's not in a house, but that's pretty easy to solve. Unless I blocked all the houses over here. No, because there's this one. Okay. Bell. Where are you going? You should be trying to flee, buddy. Okay. Because there's a pillager raid. Yes, go to a house. Which house are you trying to go to, buddy? Doesn't even look like you're going into a house at all. Where are you going? You should be trying to find shelter. The closest shelter was this one, because this one doesn't have anybody in it. I'm not even joking. Well, what? Okay, I thought it teleported a pig to me. I'm like, wow, that's a cool bell. It teleports pigs to you. Where are you going? There's a house over here you can go to, buddy. I'm trying to keep as many of them alive as much as possible. Hello? You're supposed to go into a house. Okay, I'm done. You can go die for liker. Most of them are safe, except for one. One's not going into a house like this. For whatever reason. Apparently, because it's not his style or something. I don't know. I'm gone. Bye, buddy. It's a composter. Cool. It'd be kind of funny, though, if the villagers are like, you killed our iron golem. It's like, dude, you didn't have one. Ow. They do so much damage, and they're so awkward to dodge. No. No skeleton. No. Okay, so now that we found a village, I'm actually kind of surprised it's again. This is what I'm saying though. Like literally, you go like a couple blocks away, and then all of a sudden you find another village. It's like, oh, that's interesting. For I think it's 1.12. I could be wrong. I remember one Minecraft version where I found a village, and it took me like 2-3 hours and like thousands of blocks away to find another village. And I even used the what's the command called? Is it slash? Yeah, the slash locate command, and it literally told me it was thousands of blocks away, and I went, oh, okay. I'm still okay. So I'm curious. So since this used to be a village, it has one villager, literally one villager. If I do slash locate village, will it show this? Where are we? No, because it doesn't detect it as a village anymore. Okay, so where's... Is that the one we just came from? I was curious. I wanted to know if it counted as... If it still counted this one as a village. It probably will soon. Because we're going to try and get all the villagers over here. Either that or we make a giant complex over there specifically just for all of the villagers to kind of be there. I gotta try and find a way to kind of build a villager breeder system. That should be kind of cool. Build like an underground complex sort of over here. Like underneath the old village is the new village. That could be kind of cool. That's gonna take a lot of mending books. I'm kidding. It's going to take a lot of time and effort to kind of build something like that, though. Kind of want you to be... Oh. What? Okay, well that's kind of weird. How are you getting hurt? Okay, whatever, that's fine. Come on. Oh yeah, I can get rid of that smoker now. It doesn't need to be here anymore. Anything enchanted in here? I got a baked potato. Oh, because I killed a zombie. Okay, yeah. So we can... Oh yeah, I was trying to see what we can do about these bows, and I was thinking that we can probably try and make them into something really cool. So something else that I want to see as well is there is a villager that you can trade rotten flesh to get emeralds. I don't remember which one it is, but I kind of want to make that trade because we have that mob grinder. And if it can probably get... Okay, so I'm going to go off screen, go off full screen real quick. I'm going to go look it up real quick on this computer rather than the laptop for a second, because I want to see, because we're waiting for it to become day anyway, so I'm kind of just want to see what it is. Villager Minecraft skins. Okay, weird. Villager official Minecraft wiki. Okay, let's go through here. Okay, okay, I want to see which ones drop which. Nope. Now it's just telling me like how they work, how they kind of try and leave what their schedule is. Oh my word. I just want to know which ones are which, man. There we go. Okay. There's the unemployed. There's the nitwit. Okay, so is that are green on top. They cannot acquire a profession, trade, or gather around bells, but are still able to breed. They are not equipped with a level stone, since they cannot trade. Okay. Can you just give me what the potential trades are? No, it's just telling me the different. Okay, so it doesn't even tell you that. Okay. Interesting. Or do you have to actually go to them? Oh, no, you actually go to trading. Okay. Okay. Let's see now. Okay, so we need to see what Java Edition has to offer. Okay. So coal for emeralds is you. Okay, that's not really what I want. The butcher is okay if you have a farm specifically for it. Okay, so cartographer is what we want for paper to emeralds. Okay. Cleric is the one that I am thinking of. Farmer is any of the farmable materials and turning emeralds to bread. Okay. Apprentice. Okay, that's fine. I'm trying to take a look at everything. Fisherman's also kind of nice too, because it's string, so that's kind of interesting. And Fletcher's one of the best because it's just sticks, which is very easy to get a hold of, especially for us since we have the tree capitator thing. Okay, so how do you make a fletching table though? That's pretty easy. Okay, so we can actually do this real quick. Okay, where are my flint though? Where's my flint? I should have like a decent chunk of it. Is it outside? Did I like legitimately move it outside? Scooch over a second. Did I move it outside? Flint. There we go. Okay, we want the cartography, or not cartography table. We want the fletching table, so we need wood. That's right. I need to move all. Yeah, I'll have a storage area just for this stuff. So we need to make, so we need to have this plus flint up top to make the fletching table. Can you change it to the profession real quick? No, I think you actually need to be roaming around for that. Okay, let's turn around. Okay, let's see if that works. Aha, there we go. Sticks to that. Okay, that's awesome. Let's change the weather. I'll go back to going off screen and seeing if that changes anything. If I have to do it through commands, I don't care. I will change it through commands then. Haha, you hit the door. Stupid phantom. Stupid phantom. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I don't think phantoms drop the membrane when they are actually dying by the natural elements. I think it has to be player involvement. I think it goes the same for certain mobs as well, where the player actually has to be the one killing them in order for you to get the drops. which is kind of sad because, like, literally you can't make, like, an automatic farm where they just die by falling or something like that, which is kind of weird. Okay, I'll go to this one and I'll just store all this stuff in here. Actually, I'll keep this on hand. Let's see if we can get a bunch of, sticks from this. Should be able to get a decent chunk of it. There we go. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so it does work. Okay, cool. So shift, space, shift again, space, shift, space, shift. Okay. 26 flint for 1 emerald. That's a rip-off right there, man. That's a rip-off. I know you probably don't like me because I keep taking your job away from you, but still, like, man, jeez, you don't need to freaking, like, gyp me of everything I freaking have. You already gypped me of not having your mending book again. I think that's worthy punishment already. Anyway, enough being salty about that. We have 19 emeralds. I could have gotten a mending book. Okay, well, fine. Let's see here. What? Oh, you're doing your thing again? Oh, you have the stick trade again. It's probably looking at the mob grind and going like, please don't send me in there. And I'm like, do you want me to say, like, I can if you want to. Are you trying to fire at them? It sounds like he's, like, firing like a kid bow kind of thing at them. I'll grab these sticks. I won't actually turn them into anything. Let's demolish the mountain that's right next to us. Actually, let's try and get the lay of the land kind of thing. Let's try and get the layout of it. So it's 2 blocks into the roof and 5 on the side. Okay, so let's see here. So how long is it? It's 7 blocks long. I think that's as... Okay, so that's as long as that. Okay, so awesome. It's perfect. So it's 5 blocks out from it, though. So that means that it's, like, right here where it is. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay. So we need to go 5 in there. I thought I made a shovel specifically just so I didn't have to do this again. No, I thought I grabbed the cobblestone, went back in there, and made it. Guess not. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and I need to go 1 more for 6. Because if this is the pillar, let's say, so if that's like that pillar, then we need to go 6 outward. Actually, no, we don't. No, what am I thinking of? It's only 5 for that one. Yeah, it's only 5 for that one. Whoops, my bad. That's fine. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So let's fill this with dirt then. Okay. No. Why do you keep doing that? Is it because I have it in full screen when I keep moving it back in? Oops. Okay, so let's see here. So I need to get rid of this block area for now. Okay. So we need to go above. So we need to go all the way up until the house, actually. So we need to go all the way up until we reach here, then. Yeah, if you're wondering, yeah, that island is getting really, really small now. That's where I've been getting all my sand from. And I'm gonna go try and journey a little bit farther out away, so like somewhere over there, and mine more of it. Or dig more of it? I don't know. Oops. Don't need to do that. Because now we need to use the pickaxe now. So we should be away... Oh, my pickaxe broke. We should be away from the stairs, I think, right now? Maybe? No, I think this... Oh, I should have used the iron pick. Anyway, doesn't matter. I made the stone one, it's fine. Because I think the stairs... Oh! I'm dead. But at least I died very close to home. There I go. I wish it sort of re-equipped your, like, armor, though, but it's fine. Okay, where was I? Okay, I was right over here, okay. Okay, if I have to relocate the cauldrons, then that's fine. That's not really too big of a deal. Actually, I don't really need to come up here for the lava anymore, because the... But, Okay, so here's the thing. No, I won't need to do that, okay. Never mind. So this area is completely completely safe, I think. But I'm going to kind of just rebuild the dirt there. So I'm going to put dirt here for now. Okay, this shouldn't burn the house, I think. Because it shouldn't need to... Because there's no way for it to travel up. But I can be wrong. Okay. So let's see. So it's cobblestone... cobblestone to the side. Okay, so first of all, this is the floor. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we just do this. Do I have wood on me? No, I do not. I do not have wood on me. Okay, I'll take all this stuff out of here. Let's go grab... I was gonna say, I should have some. There we go. Let's go over here. And it should be... going up by 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably have to do that cool, or not cool, but that weird log out kind of design. 2, 3, and that'll be 4 because it's the base, right? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of this where I'm going back and forth. I apologize, but yeah, we're gonna need, I kind of want to try and keep it as close to the original as much as possible. Okay, so we do need to mine this one at the very least. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Let's go here. Let's do this again. Go back here. Okay. So that's the front. The back is identical, but I think I might change it because of the fact that there won't be a window there because you're going to be looking at a mountain. Right? Yeah, you're going to be looking at a mountain. Sorry, I'm just trying to move the microphone so it's closer. Okay. Let's just quietly move my hand out of the way. There we go. And now we're going to go over here. So this one is where the log pillar is. So this one I'm a bit concerned about. Wait, what killed the zombie pigman? Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna do it like that then. There you go. Okay. I'll move this out of the way. I'll do that for now. Okay, I'm gonna move you out of the way for a second. I think that should be fine. Okay. First of all, how did you die? Wait. Okay, well, something killed... Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, so if you're new to this, we have something called the... I think it's called literally Mop Cutter or something like that, or Mop Grinder. I could be wrong. But all it does is it gives Stone Cutter a realistic ability where it can actually kill mobs that are not the player, the villager, cats apparently. I would probably end up changing it so that it would end up not killing wolves as well. Because if you're going to do cats, you might as well do wolves as well. Even though I know the reason why that it's that way. But I think you should be generous to wolves as well. Actually, since these are hidden... Where is the zombie? Don't tell me he's down here. Nope, nothing in here. Okay. Torch. Let's do this for now. Okay, I should have... Well, I should have some stone? No? Actually, what am I... Yeah, okay, I can use the auto smelter for that, though. 2. And this is growing pretty good. Okay. Yeah, so I want to kind of do at least a little bit more research on this. I wonder if... because it doesn't really matter what the top block is, it looks like. But I wonder if these dripstone blocks specifically make it faster to grow. Because it almost looks like it does. Yeah, because these ones aren't even growing at all. But I think it's because that's flowing water and not actually like a source block. Yeah, so I'm going down here real quick to get a bunch of the cobblestone that's down here to smelt into stone, because we're probably going to need that. So I'm not going to make the gate sort of design specifically like identical on everywhere, because we have that underground, because of our underground base. And I kind of don't want to kind of ruin it just because, you know, a base, or not a base, but the one design specifically I want to keep for it is hindering it. So we'll do 5 stacks. Yeah, 5 stacks should be fine. I also mined a bunch of coal. Oh, they're all gone now. Well, that's sort of surprise. That's not really surprising. I mined a decent chunk of coal to go get about 5 stacks of not 5 stacks of it, but to get 5 coal blocks, and it looks like all that glass took it all. Or some of the glass took it all. I don't know. So I'm going to try and go over here. And I'm going to mine as much coal as I can, just so I can keep those furnaces going. And this should be a very good episode. We now have the base sort of built up as much as we wanted to. Mind you, what I would normally do, because I'm trying not to sort of overdo this sort of sessions kind of thing, I'm making them much smaller than I would normally play Minecraft. Because quite literally, day one, that house would have already been moved. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I would have already have moved it. I would have already built my, like, storage shelter and kind of just stopped playing. But I'm trying not to, like... But I'm trying not to, like, overdo the videos as much as I can. Because normally I play Minecraft for about 6-8 hours a day kind of thing. But I know that, like, most of that portion I'm doing this. Like, I'm mining in the cave kind of thing. You know, getting the coal because it's a much needed resource for, like, right now kind of thing. And this is, like, where I would kind of go, like, okay, I don't really want to record this. Live streams, it's a little bit different because then you have sort of like someone to engage to kind of thing. Like I would, like you would have to chat kind of thing. Do I have a torch on me at least so I can actually see? Nope. Also, we did try and look for a data pack that did exactly what I said, where you can hold the torch and it would give you the sort of like torch on hand light effect. What the person ended up doing was he used glow lichen as the way of doing such a thing, where I think it was like where you were looking at, it would sort of put the glow lichen there, but I think the glow lichen was supposed to be invisible, and not just invisible, but like it's not supposed to be like interactable by the player. So it kind of got into that weird sort of thing where you'd see glow lichen in front of you, you'd mine it, and then it's back there again. And it doesn't drop anything. It was really weird. Oh, wait, what? What is this for? Oh, this is because I found coal here. That's right, yeah. I actually brought torches that time. Do I still have the clock on me, though? I do. Okay, so I'm going to put that there for now. Yeah, that's probably why I have the... Oh, I didn't bring it here again. Well, I have wood on me, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. Yeah, I'll put it here for now. Yeah, so that's why I have a block of coal recipe specifically for it now. I think that should be fine for now. I don't really think that there's much need of anything else down here, so let's go back up to the surface. We'll see if it's raining. I think we should at least finish the house design. At the very least. And then right before we either get all of the ancient debris or whatever that we need. You know what? Since I'm having... I know this is more so maybe a little fib. But I'm having so much fun actually just starting from nothing and just going all the way back to where I would normally be at. It's actually kind of fun to just go and restart over and over again, or just restart once in a while. I definitely wouldn't do it over and over again because of the fact that, like, why would you ever need to do that? That's why I kind of like Terraria's system, where your player inventory moves with you from world to world kind of thing. Which is sort of what I would wish that Minecraft would do. But I understand that there's a reason why they don't have it. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that there's a reason why they don't have it. Because I actually do it as well. I think I did it with my... yeah, most of my vehicles have it, pretty much. Where I have a specific chest that's filled with... not hacked items, but like god tier items, like items that you're not meant to have kind of thing, but I have them. And it's really hilarious because like the game doesn't really respond well to a player having such weapons or tools or armor and such, so the game just becomes like so much easier because it's not meant to be played that way, which is kind of fun. Okay, so the back is just cobblestone. Okay. Yeah, I saw your pants, buddy. Come on. Okay, there we go. Alright there, buddy. That's how you're supposed to be. Ooh, I got most of his armor, dude. That's amazing. Okay, so inside here... This is pretty much all cobblestone. Oh, I ran out of cobblestone. That's fine. We should have more in here anyway. Yeah, we have more in here. Okay. Cool. So this is all cobblestone. Okay. There we go. So you can see them out here, or you can see them from the inside. It's fine. Then, yeah, because we're not... Okay, so I have the axe in here. Yeah, so here's how we're kind of doing it. So we've already done all the way up until here. So we're building it from the bottom to the top, pretty much. That's how we're building this. Oh, that's not the axe. Oh, no, I switched the order again. Ah, you won't know what kind of weapon I'm using if I keep switching my hands and then forgetting what's in them. Or what they have. I don't know. Yeah, because that's up to 4, so we're right here now. I can use these fences for something else, so it's not like it's a waste. Yeah, I'm going to go and demolish all the farms last kind of thing. But right now, I was more so worried about just getting everything else ready. For the sort of... Like, I was trying to get rid of the houses first before I even started working on anything else. I'll just get rid of those. Those replaced by me anyway. Let's get rid of all of this stuff. Up until 3. Yeah, so this is the kind of thing that I was talking about, though. Like, it sort of has a foundation, but it's almost like Mojang kind of just, like... I don't know. They kind of, it looks like they kind of just gave up and went, it's close enough. It's fine. Not hating, I do it too. Sometimes I get lazy around the foundation too. I usually just build the floor and done. Like I wanted to copy this one for block to block kind of thing, except for the lightning rod. I think I changed it from 1 block taller to 1 block smaller. I'll keep the glass, so I'll try and bring my... So I'll bring my silk touch pickaxe. I'll try and store all this stuff in here for now. We need another axe, specifically. So let's go make a cobblestone one real quick. Make a stone one real quick, and then we'll go and mine all the glass. Okay, so now that we've done this part, should be easy to get all this stuff done. And I'll probably wait till like most of the sessions are actually uploaded before I record another one, so at least there will be like a huge time frame difference between like this episode, like this session to like the next one. So it'll be like, let's say instead of like what was it? It was like 2 days since the last one. It'll be like 3 weeks kind of deal. Because I'm gonna be like honest right now. Like the second session hasn't even gone up yet, and this is like the 5th Sercacraft session, 4th, something along like that. I'll wait till it's night. I'll wait till it's night, and then I'll kind of take a peek at that. Okay, so let's see. So we got that. So now it's mostly just logs now. Okay, that's fine. if I need more logs, I can just chop down these trees, so it's not really that big of a deal. So it is, so all the logs are going, because we're using it in this perspective, so they are going towards me. So they are going this direction. Okay. Now that we can do this, if I can actually make it, as I said, I used to be good at parkour, but now I'm not anymore. I don't have dirt anymore? Wait, what? I should have dirt in the inventory. Why don't I have dirt? Did I accidentally store it by accident? Maybe. Okay, I'm going to make a staircase going all the way up. I don't really care for now. I just want to be able to get up. And I kind of want this. Even though this stair block is going to be hidden, I might structure block the building. So I kind of want to keep it specifically just so that I can reuse it later on. Okay, I'm going to do that for now. This needs to be like this. And then this needs to go up by 1 block for now. I'll just do this for now. There we go. Let's do that for now. Okay, so now this one needs to be... Actually, this whole entire line can go away now. Because this is no longer the roof, that's right. Just the outside ones need to stay, but these ones don't. Okay, and then these ones are going like this, which I'm out, so I need to go chop more trees down. Should be quick. 1. And I'll replant them later. I'm not really focused on that right now. I'm more so focused on trying to finish this building as much as possible. Because now I'm actually very much want to finish it as fast as possible right now. Because we're getting pretty close to the 10 episode mark, and I really just want to... at least I want to finish this part of the building. I don't really care about any extensions I might want to do. So it has to be 3 there and then 3 this direction. Now, is there supposed to be a block extending outward from both, or is it just the front area? So is there like a block extending out from any of these directions? No. Okay. So this block area over here... Actually, I have pictures of this house anyway, so I can just remodel it later on anyway. So this one has to go inside of the house right about here. Is this one actually visible? Yes, but not to the way that I think it should be. Not the way that I think it is. Okay, so that's fine. So I can technically do this here, and it'll be fine. Because that is not the way that I envisioned it. That is not the way that my mind sort of put it out as. So I kind of thought that it would be sort of a straight path from... So I need the axe here, okay. And this also needs to be chopped off. Then it needs to go one more outward. Maybe I'll recreate it in creative mode and show you how I was thinking it was going to be. And it has to go 1 block outward, right? Yeah, it has to go 1 block more outward, and then it has fences, which we're probably not going to put in. Well, wait. Do we need to do the extension, actually? Wait, so if I place... Actually, let's go and do this, because this is going to help me out later on when I'm trying to rebuild the sort of staircase at the back here. Let's see here. Do I have my torches on me? Yeah, I do. Okay, so torch, and... Let's go with the torch over there for now. Let's see here. So those blocks are right here. So they're like, they're literally like these crafting tables, or the bottom level of these crafting tables. But and let's say that the door is right. I was gonna say I should have enough doors. I'm only gonna put 1 door though, just as a sort of as a representation of where it's going to be. So pretty much you can go from the back area. So pretty much how the whole thing was supposed to be is that you can go from back here, loop around, go from the roof, and you can go to the door that's right here. And then you can sort of like walk in. But it doesn't look like that is the case. Okay. Well, I'll still finish it off, but I'm gonna I'll try and improve it off camera kind of thing, and try and see if I can get it to work to the way that I wanted it to. My sword is not in my second hand. There we go. How did I get on fire from him attacking me before I hit him? I made him go on fire. Okay. There we go. There we go. Fine. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine for the most part. Because I think the way that this is not really looking good is because this area right here is taller than this. Where are you all coming from? And I keep thinking that this building right here is taller than it actually is, which is the problem, because it's not. Actually, now I'm thinking of a different way of doing it. But the problem is that I have to rely on him to be able to actually do it. Oh my word. Okay, so new idea is that I get this guy up until the top floor. And so when he's on the upper floor, I pretty much like block him in as much as possible so that he doesn't go down. And then the upper floor will be villager trades, and then down here will be sort of my base. Actually, let's go and I'll finish off the build, actually, and then I'll see if I actually like the design of it. Because that's the only thing that right now is that I'm trying to plan it off in my head, and it's like, it should work. But then I'm like, wait, but my mind's not working like Minecraft does. Or at least how the interior should work. So I'll figure it out all off screen, and then I'll show you guys the end result. Probably be a while. But it'll be done. It'll definitely be done. It'll definitely be done before the next session. The next session, you should see like a giant leap in like progression. What? That bed's not yours. Although I can trade you my sticks, though. Pretty sure I probably have a decent chunk of them somewhere. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to torch inside there. Like, I'm going to get inside, torch it at least a little bit. I should have extra torches somewhere. Give me a second. I'm going to go torch it up so nothing spawns in there. And I'm going to go put the... I'm going to make it so that way, though, like, it's sealed. Like, I'm going to put, like, a flooring above, and I'm going to see where it lands. Because if I remember correctly, it should be right up against this wood block. Which is perfect for me, at the very least. Hi. Because then, like, I always like to have my build sort of, like, have the player be, like, or have the sort of building be, like, 3, maybe even 4 blocks if I'm being extra sort of, like, greedy about builds, pretty much. Yeah, one thing about this whole door sort of gimmick is that the fact that, like, this whole door gimmick doesn't work for baby zombies. Apparently, they'll just go right through like nothing's happened. And something else that I'll try and do is I'll try and go into nearby caves, and I will go and end up changing everything. So though, like, more mobs will spawn in the mob chamber than anything. Also, I think my friend might have messed up. He says that he was supposed to make it taller, but he didn't have as much materials. So he didn't want to, like, use up too many materials that he did not have. I said he could have just borrowed my materials. He said no, he wanted to build it, so he built it. Anyway. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. So what it's supposed to be is that it's supposed to be 21 blocks away from the player, and he says that, like, it's much easier with spawners because, of course, spawners will always spawn regardless of which light. No, regardless of what time of day, as long as that it's dark, pretty much. And they don't count towards the mob cap, which means that you can easily just, like, have a whole bunch of spawners up there and then a whole bunch of things just start dropping down and spawning in. Now, the only thing that we cannot spawn in with this whole spawner thing is creepers. But as... Actually, I should show it off too because we did it. Because I added it in. But we were going to add in like, you can actually make the eggs of the mob that you want, which is specific for spawners, not for individual use, unless you want to scare your friends and having a creeper spawn in their base, pretty much. Have a creeper in their base. I'm going to store all this stuff in here for now. And all this stuff too. Why not? Where is the thing that I want, though? Oh yeah, these amethyst ones. So we added in the uncrafting. Oh, did I not make an amethyst block before? Okay. So we added the uncrafting menu for the block of amethyst, and we have it so you can actually do it in your sort of menu thing as well. There's the thing that we used specifically to make it sort of easier for us so we don't have to learn, like, different cut styles of, like, how it's supposed to work in Minecraft. Has it so, though, like, you can actually do stuff like that, and I thought, oh, that'd be kind of cool. We did it also for quartz as well. I just got to make sure I actually have gold boots before we do it. Okay. Oh, it's daytime, actually. Never mind. I'll show it off when it's nighttime again. When it's nighttime, we'll do it again. It's raining, so we need to go to Cube. Cube is the all-powerful lord of this world. The all-powerful lord has judged us worthy of having it to not rain, pretty much. Yeah, because the one thing I want to do is I want to make the sort of farm above here, so that we don't have to worry about going underground anymore, specifically just to get, like, crops or anything such as that, pretty much. There we go, that should be fine for now. I like how dirt's growing on it, but, like, when I tried to get the dirt to grow over there, it took, like 10 years, pretty much, for it to load in. This has been here for like 3 minutes pretty much, and it's already done it. I know it hasn't been 3 minutes, I'm just putting a random number there. There we go, that should be fine for now. Okay, so now we've finished that layer. So it's just continue up with wood, pretty much, and wooden planks. Yeah, so it's continue up, let's say 3 blocks. Let's say 3 blocks is a pretty okay number for that. So we'll go up 3 blocks each on each corner. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 3. X, please. Thank you. Do I not have dirt on me? No, I don't. Okay. 1, 2. Oops. 2. Nope. 2. And I've already used it up. Okay. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Perfect. And now it is wooden planks pretty much everywhere. Oh, that's right. If you crouch, you get 3. Okay, I'm so used to creative mode where that's the only way to actually do it. Yeah, and I'll change the oak wood, of course. I think that'll be wonderful to actually change it to different types of wood. Okay, let's see. So the side way is probably... Wait. Okay, so the interior, okay. Yeah, so I was right. So it's 3. Okay. And then the back way... So the wall that's over there has windows, but we're not using the windows. And the way that's over here, so up against there, it would normally have the doors, but we're not doing that. Okay, so then it does the same staircase mechanic, but it goes onto the other side. So that's kind of interesting because I don't know if I can actually do that to the full way that it's showing me over there. Oh, okay. He kind of forgot about me pretty easily. Rude. Anyway. The side one... Okay, so this is going to be the hard part. Not because, like, oh my god, the villagers have such a complex design. It is so difficult to sort of replicate. It's not that. It's more so trying to make it so that it sort of fits this building specifically as well on top of that. Actually, did that village over there have like a church? Because that's pretty much what I want to show off. Because that's sort of how I thought of it as. Was like, you know, the beginning area, you know, would be like the smaller building. And then you sort of use the smaller building to get to the taller building. And then that's sort of how you get to the villager area kind of thing. But if it's not like that, then... Or if they don't have one to sort of show it off, then I don't really know what to do then. And I don't... Actually, I don't remember seeing a church. Or chapel, or whatever you want to call it. Do they even have a chapel? I don't think so. No, I'm not seeing a chapel here. That's fine. Like, it's not really that big of a whole deal. It's like, oh no, they didn't have a chapel. Man, I could have sworn I saw one. No, I'm just gonna grab some spruce right now. Lord Cube, we praise that you turn the rain off for today. Thank you. Thank you. That should be more than enough. I only got 3 spruce saplings from like 3-4 trees. That doesn't seem right. I should have gotten like at least 6 or 7. Did some of them like drop onto this tree? Okay, that should be fine then. Because I want to try, because I've seen this before, and I'm actually kind of curious if it actually does work. So there is actually a biome, it might actually even be that one, with tall spruce trees. No, I don't see the terrain. That can actually change grass into a different type of block. And I kind of want to see if that actually works. I wonder if it is spruce. Though, that's the main thing. I wonder if it has to be spruce and if the conditions are sort of like unique in a way where it sort of works to my favor. Because I want a tree like that, sort of close to where we have the sugar cane. Or this ravine, actually. This ravine would be kind of interesting. So let's see if we can make some bone meal and see if we can get it to grow. There we go. And here's the block. So if you take 4 spruce saplings, you can make a tall spruce tree that actually changes the terrain permanently, unless you get rid of it kind of thing, into a block known as Podzol, which is kind of cool. And I need to eat bread again. I really want to put a farm here specifically so I don't have to keep going underground for food. But it's fine. Okay, back to this again. Yeah, okay. So I need slabs, right? That's the big thing right now? Or is it just stairs? Is it just stairs, actually? I think it is. I think it's just stairs. Okay, so that's doable, actually. Alright. So that is stairs going outward from here. Okay, so... Oh, it'd be so cool if I could just, like, pick it up and rotate it. And just kind of see where it would go. Okay, so from this side, so from the window... It is pointing this way, 2 blocks each. Around the window, it's around by 1. Wait, around the window? Or is it a block above, or is it a block, is it the block above the window? It is the block that is, okay, so the staircases that are going straight across are above the window. Okay, so that should be pretty easy. That should be about right here anyway. Can I even get up there, though? Yes, I can, okay. Okay, so that is this block right here. So these have to go... No, not like that. No, they have to go lower than that. Okay, so I have to use these stairs then. Never mind, I can't use those stairs, because apparently I can just fall off like nothing. Actually, I could just go here. Just go around. Get rid of this one. No! There we go. Okay, so we got this block. And then we need it to go like this. And then it goes like... I gotta fall. Then I gotta go like back here and do this maybe? Oops. Is that right? Because I thought it would have to go here, though. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I'll show the quartz thing now, since it's turning nighttime anyway. And we still have our gold boots, okay. Oh, there's a lot of Endermen around here. Oh, that's kind of scary. Okay, so here's some quartz over here that we can easily get to. Okay, so let's go and pick all this stuff up. We'll pick all of it up because, you know, experience, whatnot. But remember the fact that like we kept converting our quartz into or another quartz into quartz blocks, and the fact that we can't reverse that. Well, we actually added a change to Minecraft in terms of the data pack, pretty much. So we added the fact that you can still convert it into normal quartz, but if you take one quartz block and throw it in here, you can actually get your quartz back. Which already should be a vanilla feature, but whatever, it's fine. We have quartz back, so now I can at least, if I need quartz, I can actually use it. Rather than just giving all of my quartz, pretty much, specifically just to have the use of a skeleton spawner. Did I get another enchanted bow? I did. Okay, so let's merge these right now, because it's actually going to be really, really powerful. Yo, it's probably going to take all my levels, though. Let's grab power 1 and merge it with another power 1 to get power 2. Enchantment cost 4. It's fine. Let's go with power 1 and unbreaking, so that should be power 3, right? Or does it have to be the same number for it to be upgraded? In the anvil, that's kind of weird though. Okay, so if we do this, this should be fine for now. Then we go with unbreaking 1 again. This should be unbreaking 2. Then this should make it unbreaking 3. So power 2 unbreaking 3, and we need 13 levels for that. That's perfect. That's fine. It's A-okay in my book. So that's easy to get. Lord Cube, we ask for you to turn the weather to clear, please. I'm going to finish the build. I don't even care if it's night or not. I'll just try and avoid phantoms as much as possible. Okay. So for this, it has to go 2 blocks outward. Oh, I made it face the wrong direction. That's why I was kind of like confused on how it worked, on how it looked. That's because it doesn't look anything like it. It's because it has to go like this, and then it's like this, and then like that. Okay, then same idea with it over here as well. So it has to go like this. Where's the zombies? There they are. There they are. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, and now we gotta go one more. Now we gotta go one more. I hate having to go the long way around. Okay, can I... Now! That's not what I wanted. No, I kind of need to kind of lean over here, grab this block again. No! You jerk! No! Die. Die. How? Quickly. Oh my word, man. Jeez, that was... Okay, how the heck is this happening? Oh, you're a blacksmith. Cool. There you go. Give me a second. I gotta go plug in the laptop. This always happens. Laptop is never fully charged. Okay, this will probably be a running joke. Okay, I didn't look at that in a minute. Okay, I thought I looked at him for too long. But I didn't. Thank you. Okay, netherrack. Just place here for now. I don't really care. Okay, I am trying to get this to here. Thank you. Okay, so let's see here. So that's that side done. Right? Okay, so now we need to kind of climb our way up. So let's use this dirt as a building tool to get up real quick. Okay, so let's see here. So from this very block, keep going up as if nothing happens. Up until you reach the center area. And for this, it's just wooden planks. Okay. Okay. No, go up. There we go. Okay. Okay, so it's keep going up until you reach the center one. So I think I went a little bit too fast for those ones. Yeah, because these ones like that then. Whoops. That's like that, and it's like that. Then we mine this block. That was an honest mistake from me. This and this. Now we gotta go up even further, but I do not have any wooden planks. Let's go pick some up. And I think that should be everything. I don't think I really need to keep going back up now. Except for to kind of put in the windows, but I think that's pretty much it. Actually, you know what? Before we do anything in here, let's go torch this place up a little bit for now. I know that one's going to be gone and this one's going to be gone too, but I really just wanted to... No! Cube! Lord and Savior, please. Wait. Wait a minute. No! How? Okay, well, we found the village, so it's all good. We found a village, so it's not like we lost anything of value. But that means I have to lure more than one over here. And that's almost impossible, dude. Fine, whatever, it's fine. Ugh. I saw it for a split second, and I'm like, no, don't tell me. And then they died. Ah, sucks. Anyway. No! Game. Seriously, it's not what we need right now. Do I have more? No, I don't have any in my inventory. Okay, last trip, pretty much. If I can find more. There we go. If I can find more. It's more of an understatement right now. I have, like, so many of them because all the villagers' houses pretty much had it. And some of them had, like... And some of them actually had the sort of, like, the stripped oak log for some reason. And I thought that was kind of strange. But then again, we are talking about villagers, so, you know what? You know what? It makes sense. Let's do that for now. Kind of got to get back up here. Do this. And then it's what? It's just a log way, like, to the side? Okay. So it's like that then? Yeah, I gotta fix this one. And then this one is mostly just keep going all the way down until you reach the second area kind of thing. Or not the second area, but until you reach the same sort of area that these ones are on, pretty much. Okay, and let's go. Okay, so we got that done. Oops. Actually, where's this one's window? That's where I'm sort of puzzled by. Okay, so let's see. So this one is supposed to be theirs. Wait a minute. No, because theirs is supposed to be here too. Okay, so wait. Okay, so that's the line. Okay, so where is it from the line? So that's the line. So it's supposed to be so 2 blocks in. So 2 blocks in is supposed to be here and here. So I might have to sort of level out this area maybe. And it's like that. It's like that. It's like that. Oh, wait. Did I maybe mess up because I didn't go both sides? I went through one. And sort of just shoveled my way over there. Shovel's not a term, but I sort of just shoved my way to kind of finish, like rush to finish it kind of thing. Okay. Or did I make it... Did I make it too many blocks tall? That's what it looks like. I made one taller than the other. Okay. Yeah, because I was just about to say it, because this doesn't look like it should be this tall. Yeah, so let's just go back to having them both leveled for the most part. Let's break it with the fist for now. I gotta go down, craft a new axe, and continue further. So they can go through the doors. Oops. Lord Cube has blessed us again. I'll probably just end up titling, like, pretty much this session as Lord Cube for the, like, the session upload. Because it just looks like the cube is pretty much just giving us everything that we need. We will start our religion for Lord Cube. In his name, we shall do all that he asks. Okay, now we gotta go here. Nope. Okay, so I gotta actually do this again. But this actually looks like it's actually in the correct height, though. So that's clearly the big difference. Okay. Okay, so that's actually kind of nice. So yeah, so I'll definitely change this design. off camera. Not because, like, I really, like, what's the wording? Because right now we have so much Sercacraft episodes that are barely out that, like, it's not that I want to break from recording or anything like that. Like, I absolutely love recording Sercacraft. But, like, the whole problem is that, like, right now we have so much videos that are being, like saved that, like, right now it almost looks like overwhelming for me to actually keep the recordings kind of thing, or keep on recording, because like because remember, once we reach 7 sessions, I'm bringing in my base, because that's what the whole goal was that, like, we go through 7 sessions of Sercacraft, and then we bring back in, like, our sort of Lord and Savior, our base kind of thing. But if I keep sort of just speed running through this entire, like, sort of sessions and all that, kind of just, you know, like, it actually doesn't look that half bad. It's more so the top area, because this area is small, because this roof is smaller than that one. So you can see that there's a big difference between that one and this one. So I'm gonna try and plan around that. I might just end up making this one slightly longer or something like that. Like, I might make this one go out by 1 block, just to kind of give it some sort of forward sort of, like, area over in this direction. Plus it'll also give me more things to kind of work on this. But yes, now we can take this down. And that will probably be it after this. And then next time, we'll have the nether dungeon pretty much... Not the nether dungeon. The nether area that I built underground, pretty much mostly demolished by any sort of means, just to kind of get all the ancient debris. Because I'm actually very excited. I might mine a few, like, off camera, but I'll try and keep, like, the big sort of, like, areas specifically just for that. And we'll make, like, an auto smelter literally in the nether specifically for them. Actually, something I want to know is, can you like, I'll try and figure it out off camera. I'll go through single player and kind of do it. But can you use a blast furnace on ancient debris? Because that could be kind of interesting, because then I can bring in one of the blast furnaces that I took from that village and just bring them into the nether, so that we can just get a fast way of getting them in there. Okay, so this roof is almost done. Cube, I ask for you to clear the skies for the last time, because this is pretty much going to be it. After this building's completely and utterly demolished. I want to know something real quick. Okay. I was just curious. Okay. Yeah. So obviously the better way for me to actually end up recording Sercacraft is to not have the game full screen, so I can actually see how long, and actually to see if OBS is recording. But I actually like full screen because I can actually see the game. When it's in its normal default window mode, it's kind of difficult to see when you have like a 1920 by 1080 screen kind of thing. So it gets kind of difficult to kind of see it because it's such a tiny window. Well, it's not tiny. I'm making it seem like it's like 640 by 360 or something like that, or 480 by 360 or whatever. Like, it's so tiny that it's like, I can't see the game. Like, I can still see it, but it's still difficult to kind of see it. It's almost done. Look at it. It's almost done. One more stone axe should pretty much end it all off. Pretty much. Oops. This should pretty much cover it. Yeah, because this one is definitely... Out of all of the buildings, I think that the church or the chapel that was in here took the longest. This one will be the close second. Actually, technically the longest one was the house that was previously there, because we were building it as we were demolishing it. You know, this one, we pretty much built it and then we demolished it. The sun's set. It almost looks like the day goes by way too fast, and then the night takes way too long. So back during Minecraft beta, pretty much, this was a huge thing too. Was that, like, the nights took way too long, and I literally made an observing area in my second world ever, pretty much. And I literally made it specifically so I could watch the night go by while being safe in my, like base of doom, pretty much, or my base, pretty much, at that point. And I had a fun time just pretty much just watching it, and just, like, watching it go and going, like, okay, now it's time to go wait until sunrise. Then I just waited there for, like, 10... How long is night supposed to be? 10, 20 minutes, I think? Or 12 minutes or something? I don't know. It's like some kind of second. Some kind of minutes. Or some odd minutes. So pretty much I just waited in there for, like, until, like, night ended up leaving. And then once night left, I'm like, okay, now it's time to go and end up playing the game like I would normally do. And then once nighttime came around, I would throw whatever I need into the furnaces and just continue on as if nothing happened. There we go. Alright, so that's it. That's everything. Yeah, I'll torch the top area pretty good. I'll try and find a way to get all of the villagers over here in a decent manner. Oops. Actually, you know what? Give me a second. I have something on my computer that can actually help me out with this. I'm going to go off full screen for a second. Actually, give me a second. How long is a 12 video session? Because I could go for a little longer if need be. Is it this one? Ah, okay, so this one. Okay, so let's go to 16 minutes. How much is for 12? Okay, so that is 3 hours and 12 minutes. I could definitely do that. That's not a huge problem. That's not a huge problem. I could definitely do that. Let me see if my stopwatch actually is accurate. Sorry for keep switching between full screen and non full screen. Okay, so the stopwatch is about literally 2 minutes behind. That's fine. That's not that big of a deal. 2 minutes behind is nothing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I can get rid of this now. There's nothing else in here. So I'll just store everything in here for now. I'm so sad that that zombie came in from nowhere. The villager's been with us for a while, and now he died. So how come when it's the player, though, they kind of ignore us when we're through the door, but yet for a villager, they go, oh, hell no, I'm going over there now. I don't care if the doors are open or the doors are closed. I'm still going in there. Yeah, because zombies can't go through doors. They just break it open. So that's kind of interesting, though. Weird. Anyway, yeah. Actually, we should see how that stone is doing. Actually, I can just do that off screen. It's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, so this place will probably end up changing a lot later on. Because I think I might make the mob farm a little bit farther away. Wait. Wasn't there a creeper hole somewhere on the mountain behind us? Is that where he built it? Is that what he's like perfect area? Because I don't have to dig a large hole or use my tools to just dig a large hole. I just needed to like... I didn't need to dig a large hole. He just needed to like just break a few things and just call it a day. That lazy piece of... No, I'm kidding. Okay. I'll grab all those gold stuff and I'll just go and end up chucking them into the auto smelter. Anything else in here? Those gold stuff? There should be. I remember getting a decent chunk of them. No? Okay. It's more of those spectral arrows kind of things. Okay. Yeah, I'll just throw all this stuff in here. Throw all this stuff into the auto smelter and then we'll kind of go around town. Maybe we'll destroy the farms and kind of just place them where we need to. Okay, so this will also help me out too in the future, but I kind of want to figure out if this actually does work to my advantage. Sprint jumping, okay. Yeah, you're kind of growing, okay. You take all this stuff too. Oh, it's almost done. Sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely need an auto smelter on the surface, but I'm trying not to... Well, not trying not... Oh, no. What? No, that's the wrong phrasing. What am I trying to do? Like, I'm trying not to, like, waste too much iron right away because, well, iron is pretty scarce right now for us, and I don't really want to use up too much of it. Even though I know there's, like, iron right there, and I think there's another one close to down there. Close squid, cool. But I don't want to kind of use up too much material specifically on just trying to get over there and then somehow fall to my doom kind of thing. Hey, look, another one. Another one. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so that farm's actually working pretty well. I'm really surprised. I don't know if it has to be water, but water's working for me, so I'm just using water. Do I have any food at all? Sweet berries. Okay. Did I not get any food from that village, or did I not store it in where I would easily get access to it? Wait. I know I threw it all in one chest. Is it in this one? No. Well, great. I also want to make a chicken farm, too. I keep saying that, and I keep thinking that I should build it, but I keep forgetting that I just didn't build it yet. There we go. Okay. And it's daytime now. That's fine. As long as there's no phantoms, I'm fine with it. I did get a bunch of wheat, okay. That's what I thought. I thought we got a lot of wheat, and I'm like, where did it go? Should be fine. 14? Yeah, it should be more than fine. Oops. Perfect. Okay. I think one thing that we're definitely going to do, or I'll definitely do off screen. Nope. Bye, buddy. I'm out of there. Yeah, because definitely one thing I'll do off screen is I'll definitely build an auto sugarcane farm. Definitely going to be very useful to have one of those. Can you get rid of the rain thing, please? So if I click leave bed, it should be non-raining. Nope. See what I mean? Like, it doesn't even get rid of the rain. Alright, cube. One more time, please. Please. Thank you. Lord Cube is on our side. Hi, Creeper. Oh, that skeleton is a crafty piece of garbage. No! How? Did he have a flame bow? Did he have a flame bow? Is that why I got on fire? I thought it's because like I struck him like those zombies, but that doesn't make any sense because I didn't do it. Oh, I'll also change this too, because he says that like he made it like 4 or 5 blocks tall, which he didn't need to. But because 5 blocks works for him, he decided to just go into making it 5 blocks tall. Because I saw a few videos after the fact, so I was trying to figure out if there's a way to speed it up kind of thing, or make it much more efficient. What? 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 Where? What? Okay, I must be oblivious. Because, like, literally something... Oh! You're in the water. Clever skeleton. Oh... I have armor. How are you still dealing a heart of damage? Whatever. It's fine. Anyway. Got that done. Yeah, it should be fine. That's exactly how much it should be down anyway. But I think I'm going to go and make it slightly... Well, no, because I'm going to go change it to something else anyway. So, yeah. There we go. Okay. So we're going to convert this all to paper. And then we're going to convert all of the rotten flesh that I have accumulated throughout this entire sort of thing. I probably don't even have enough... Oh yeah, I have... Well, I was just about to say I don't have enough specifically for what I'm going to do, but I kind of do. Actually, I have leather on me, so that's fine. Yeah, because I think that one of the smart things I'm going to end up doing now is I'm going to put an auto smelter up here. Or at least on the surface area, so I don't have... Or on the surface, not surface area, surface. So I don't have to keep going down specifically just to go get... just use the auto smelter. I can just use the one that's up here. I'm going to have it so it has a lava bucket close by. Or not a lava bucket, but it has like this kind of setup close by so you can refill it if need be. Let me go grab... No, grab the bucket into the hand. There we go, game. I was shift-clicking it, but it's like, nope, don't want to do it. There we go. So I have enough gunpowder. I just need sand, specifically for that experiment. Not for the experiment, but for the destruction of the world, pretty much. For the under... I don't know. Destruction for the nether, pretty much. Let me go grab those bottles. Bottle up this experience. There we go. God, I love that. I think the way that I changed it is that, like, instead of it just right-clicking and just not activating the menu, I think I changed it so that now it has to activate the menu. It's gonna go mine this for now. Because I know it's just going to annoy me later on. It's going to tell me, like, yeah, by the way, we're still going off. And it's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay. So, let's see here. Yeah, so at least we have all of those now. Yeah, so I think I'm going to try and convert the top area into being the villager area specifically. Then I'll have the bottom area over here be sort of like an extension to my house kind of thing. Then I'm going to change this so that way though this portion of the house is going to be out one more block forward. And I'm going to change it so that though I think keeping this design sort of similar to where it was before, where this sort of is like wood, cobblestone, the chimney thing, and then cobblestone, and then back to this. But what I'm thinking of changing is I might just end up making it so that though like the chimney is either 2 blocks instead of 1, or make it so that though it's 4 blocks and then have it go from 4 to 1 kind of thing. Because I think that would be kind of cool. Do I have... No, I don't have any. Okay, maybe I have tool already made? Yeah. So let's go get rid of that grass blocks now. Don't really need it here anymore. And then we'll also change where the lightning rod is. Because I think that's one of the few things that's sort of throwing me off right now, is that I have the lightning rod right there. And the way that I'm going to be upgrading or sort of building this house is that I kind of want to move the lightning rod more towards this direction. Or towards a different direction. I don't know. I'll do a lot of things off screen. I think one thing is that I'm thinking of making the roof 1 block one block smaller. 'Cause yeah, look at that. Like, you don't really need that much room specifically for a villager sort of area. So like, look at this. Like, you could literally drop this down by 1 and nothing would change. Except for it would actually help me out a lot more. Not because it gives me back my materials, but just because, like, it helps me out because I can actually end up, No! Not what I wanted to do at all. Here, you can have these chainmail pants. You don't like those chainmail pants? Well, frick you do then. I unenchanted them and everything. Uh-oh. There we go. That's the one good thing about rain. Yeah, I think I'll definitely do that because I think that would be a much better idea. Because at the very least, it doesn't have that sort of... What hit me? I jumped like right here, and then I got hit by something. Is it because of this? I don't know. But anyway, like, I think I'm just going to end up, like, making this maybe 1 more lower. And I think I'll just probably put, like, slabs maybe on top, I think. And I'll see if that looks better. But, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. It'll definitely be a while before, like, the next video, so it'll give me enough time to sort of, like, build this up or build it down, or at the very least, it'll give me enough time to actually sort of figure out what I want to kind of do with this building. So, yeah. I'll see you guys next time for some more Sercacraft.